Good morning, dear students. We are here to discuss our DOE worksheet 44, which has been taken from your chapter Periodic Classification of Elements. In our previous worksheet, we have already discussed about the importance of classification of elements. In continuation of that, many scientists worked, like we have already studied about the Dobriner, we have already studied about the Newland, right? And after making the order out of chaos, Mendeleev's periodic table has been introduced. Let us study about the Mendeleev periodic table in this worksheet. Okay. See, even after the rejection of Newland's law of octave, many scientists contribute or continued to research on the pattern and correlated that the properties of element with their atomic masses. The main credit for the classification of elements goes to Dmitry Ivanovich Mendeleev, mainly known as Mendeleev. Okay, so main credit goes to the scientist Mendeleev, who was a Russian chemist. He was the most important contributor to the early development of the periodic table of element, wherein the elements were arranged in Mendeleev periodic table. The elements were arranged on the basis of their fundamental properties like atomic masses and also on the similarity of the chemical properties. Means according to the Mendeleev's periodic table, the elements are classified on their basis of their fundamental properties of atomic masses and also the similarity of chemical properties. Now, who is this Mendeleev? Dmitry Ivanovich Mendeleev was born in Siberia, which is in Russia, and the arrangement of element he proposed is called Mendeleev's periodic table. The periodic table proved to be unifying principle in chemistry, and it was motivating for the discovery of some new elements. So, what is Mendeleev periodic table? Mendeleev periodic table is Mendeleev started his work with 63 elements at that time. He examined the relationship between the atomic masses of the elements and their physical properties and chemical properties. He studied the relationship of the elements between their physical and chemical properties. Among the chemical properties, Mendeleev concentrated on the compounds formed by the elements with oxygen and hydrogen. And apart from the chemical properties, Mendeleev also studied the compound formed by the elements with oxygen and hydrogen. He selected hydrogen and oxygen because of their reactive, because both the hydrogen and oxygen are reactive and form compound with most of the elements. The formula of the hydrides and oxide formed by an element were treated as one of the basic property of element for its classification. Okay. Means what? This formula of hydrides, the formula of hydride means the compound formed by the reaction of that element and hydrogen, known as hydride, and oxide formed by an element were treated as one of the basic property of an element for its classification. Okay. And on keeping the element with the similar properties together, he observed that the most of the elements got a place in the periodic table and were arranged in the order of their increasing atomic masses. Almost all the elements with the similar properties together, he observed that the most of the element got the place in his periodic table and were arranged in the order of increasing their atomic masses. It was also observed that that there occur a periodic recurrence of elements with the similar physical and chemical properties. After a period, all the elements which have the physical and chemical similar physical and chemical properties, they repeat. Okay, their occurrences repeat, right? And on the basis of Mendeleev formulated a periodic sorry on the basis of Mendeleev formulated a periodic table which state that this is very important. The properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic masses. Here we have a one marker question. What is the basis of Mendeleev periodic table? This is the answer. The properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic masses. Okay. So let's do and student, this is the Mendeleev periodic table. Okay. And you can easily see this. I'll show you this oxides and hydrides. Okay, see, in first group we have this oxides and hydrides, and this oxides and below its hydrides. Okay, and this A and B are the atoms. Sorry, this A and B are the elements. So this is the modern this is the Mendeleev periodic table. Okay, see, now we will discuss about the let's discuss about the question answers part. First, we have used the Mendeleev periodic table to predict the formula of the oxides of the given compound or given elements. Like you have potassium, it forms K2O. Then carbon, it forms CO2. Then we have aluminium, it forms Al2O3. Then we have silicon, it forms SiO2. Then we have barium, it forms BaO. Then we have this. What is the basis of periodic law formulated by the Mendeleev? The answer of this question is it is on the basis of its atomic mass. See, you can get the answer from here. This is the atomic mass. Next question we have. What were the criteria used by the Mendeleev in creating his periodic table? So you can write the answer of this question. The elements were arranged on the basis of their fundamental properties of atomic masses and also the similar chemical properties. The answer of this question is here. Why did Mendeleev concentrate on the compound formed by the elements with oxygen and hydrogen? Because hydrogen and oxygen, they are very reactive and form compound with most of the elements. Okay, and lastly we have fill in the blanks. In Mendeleev periodic table, vertical columns are called as vertical columns, and horizontal rows are called as groups. Vertical columns are called as groups, and horizontal rows are called as periods. Okay, so this is all about today's worksheet, beta. I hope you understand it. So if you really do like this video, share with your friends and subscribe the channel. Thank you, bache. Take care.